What go on? What go on? It's your boy D with another live show where you talk. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no me. Without you, baby. Kane Nation, what it do? What's going on? We got less than a week. Less than a week, baby. It's here. Are you ready? Kane Nation is here. Are you ready? We got some football. We got some football about to start. Y'all should be ready. You should be ready like me. Let's get to it. Hurricanes be behind you. Let's get ready for next week. But y'all know how I start off. Like I said, if you a regular, you know how we do it. The first shout out of the night goes to no other than the man himself. The man himself. Mr. King Judge.
KJ Production in the building.
King Judge. What it do, big dog? What's going on, King Judge? That's my super producer right there, man. King Judge. What it do? And we gonna get into it tonight, man. Again, man, I'm bringing my boy back tonight. I'm bringing E. Gray back on tonight, man, so we can get into it here shortly, man. So let me hurry up and run through the shout-outs. Let's get straight into it tonight, man. First off, let me give a happy birthday to my nephew, Jawan Davis. Boy, I love you, man. Hope you had a good birthday, man. Hope you had a good birthday. Happy birthday to you, man. Wishes, man. Ball for your uncle, man. Be safe. Take care, man. Happy birthday. Let's give some Kane family members some shots out for their birthdays tonight, man. Kelvin Ritchie, Gabrielle Roland, Honora Ann Presnell, Joe Johnson, and Leon Romer. Happy birthday on behalf of the U-Talk family and Kane Nation, man. We want to say happy birthday to all of you guys. Let's get to the businesses. Shout out to my homegirl, Tanya and Teddy Chisholm over there at Catan's Fashion. What's going on? Shout out to my boy Matt Holler over at Plum Life. Shout out to Chris Flanagan over at Avalon. Shout out to Shanika Pendergrass over at Herb Velocity. Shout out to Joe Neville, Terry, and Hollis Watts over at Rushbox. Shout out to Jacinta Kirkland over at Sugar Coated Cupcakes and Sweets LLC. Shout out to my boy Bobby Sarah over at Mentor Me down there in Miami, Florida. Bobby Sarah, what it do, big dog? What's going on? Shout out to my girl Jessie Lambert over at Naturally Born down there in Orlando, Florida. Shout out to the lovely ladies over at PNC Bank. Miss Krista Barcliffe and Katie LaFont Garner over at PNC Bank. What's going on, ladies? How y'all doing? Shout out to my boy Leroy Venn over at Smile Studio Orthodontics, man. That's my homeboy Leroy Venn. Y'all go check him out over at Smile Studio Orthodontics. Shout out to my homeboy Wiley, too, that be bringing you the U-Talk gear, man, over at Unique Stitches LLC. That's my homeboy Wiley, man. Shout out to the big dog. What's going on, Wiley? And shout out to my homeboy, Young and the Boy. Shout out to Coach Star. Shout out to TP the Prophet, man. That's the music you're going to be hearing tonight. Shout out to my homeboy, Adrian Braswell, for the artwork. And shout out to my homeboy, like I said, he's going to be coming on pretty soon, real quick here in a minute, man. Shout out to my boy, E. Gray, over at Just Saying Sports. E. Gray, what it do? E. Gray, what's going on? He coming on in a minute, man. Shout out to my cousins, man, that's down here, man, from New York, man. Shout out to Brother and the Moses King, man, from up top, man. Shout out to the boys from New York, man. Shout out to my cousins, Brother and Mo. What's going on, big dog, man? Down there in my state, man, down there in Florida. They came down to visit them. That's that loan money they got, y'all, man. Shout out to Brother and the Moses King. What's going on? What's going on? So let's get into it, man. The U-Talk shout-outs. Shout out to Jamal Davis. Shout out to Benny and Kimbo Lee Barry. Shout out to Cyrus Sumter, Tremaine Daniels, Finney Sauter, Chad Lewis, Hiram Williams, LaTroy Hillary, Jimmy Brown, Steve Watson, Brittany and Kevin, Eric Brown down there to you, man. One of our alumni, man. Shout out to my boy Eric Brown. What's going on? E. Brown. What it do, E. Brown? Shout out to Kenny Kelly, another one of our alumni. Shout out to Tamika and LaVar Scott, man. Some more of our alumni. Shout out to Milo Stinson, Chris Otis, a.k.a. Bull. Shout out to Felix Miller, Eric and Susie Connor, Donald Gordon, Todd Randy Pamal, John J.T. Thomas, Otis Ford, Earl Collins, Deion Washington, Carisha Williams, Carl Strong, Gail English, Robert, Uncle Buck Brown. What's going on? What's up, Auntie Lisa? How you doing? Shout out to Eddie and George Lewis, Cedric, Richard Gut Tate. What's going on? Rika Chuck. Shout out to Cedric Tate, James Pop Jones, Corey Taylor, Kevin Taylor, Gerald Hawkins, Tony and Emmanuel Vasquez, Jamal Boot Stevenson. What's going on? Down there in Orlando, Florida. What's up, Boot? Shout out to Daryl Love, Danielle Carroll, Quest, a.k.a. Diesel Brown. Shout out to Tim Jordan. Shout out to Kevin Glenn, Mike and Jeff Caldwell, Tariq Brooks, Shane Cronin, Jose Martinez, David Avila, Troy Woodard, Toya Cook, Milton Scoop Austin out there in Colorado Springs, Colorado, Eric B. Tate down there in Orlando, Florida, Sean Po Boy Pugh down there in Lakeland, Florida. What it do, Po Boy? Running LeBoo down there in Sebring, Florida. What it do, Running LeBoo? Leonard Geechee Evans in South Carolina, man, from Columbia, South Carolina. Geechee, what it do? Shout out to Terry Wells, Sheldon Curl, Johnny White, Donald Strain, Justin Williams, Merle Robinson, Jason Massey, Brian, Big B. Wheaton, Justin J. Bird Jackson, LD down there in Mohaven, Florida, Joe Carter, BJ Pence, Diana, Lisa Q, Willie Cesar, and Johnny Perry. Shout out to Mario Beltran. Shout out to Larry Elbone Griffin, Brian Maycock, Madonna, Jamila Latoya, Susie Q Jackson, James Curtis Jackson, a.k.a. Pookie. What it do? Shout out to Reggie. Shout out to Jamal Weddington, Rayshawn Evans, Rain Foster down there in College Park, Georgia. Douglas Ferguson, what it do? That's my guy, man. Shout out to Douglas Ferguson, Gwen and Norris Gordon, a.k.a. Nachi and Bebe, what it do? Shout out to Frank Hilton, a.k.a. Frankie Needle. Shout out to Demetrius Jeep Gray. Shout out to Marvin Feet Lawton, LaTuan Ferguson, James Edward Leach, Percy Hicks, Brian Starnes, Jamarion Davis, Jaquarius Weathers, Lynn Reginald, Whoa, Base! And Corey Allen, what it do? Shout out to Annette, Sherry Lewis, Jeffrey O'Neal. That's the LeBron James fanboy. Shout out to my homegirl, Drina and Travis Colvin. What's going on? Shout out to D Breeze out there on the west side of California. Ernestine Fleming, Cheetah McCullough, John Green, April Clark Ransford, a.k.a. ACR. What it do, April Clark Ransford? Shout out to Beverly Kuzak and Reggie Hurd. That's my U-Talk family. Now let's get over to the North Georgia Canes chapter in Canton, Georgia. Shout out to Kevin Westra, Joseph Virgo, Henry Cowsey, Laverde Road, Kiki Diaz Vogt. What's going on, baby? Nick McClure, Renee Alvarez, Cedric Catman Smith, Kyle Gray, Richard Watts, and Alex J. Flores. That's my North Georgia Canes chapter in Canton, Georgia. Now the last group. Shout out to the Truth Miami Hurricanes. Shout out to Ralph Blanco, Bruce Daniels, Malcolm E. Simmons. And I know this guy ready. Y'all know this last guy ready. My guy, your guy, our guy. The big dog, Larry White Jr. It's U-Talk, baby. Let's go.
It's U-Talk. It's U-Talk, baby.
Look here. Like I said before, you should be ready. You should be ready for some football. Hey, it's time to get to it now. It's time. Less than a week away. Less than a week away. We're finna get into it. So I want my homeboy. I'm finna bring him into the show. And we jumping straight into it, man. You guys can call up tonight. You can tell me what you're gonna be looking for next week. So we finna get into it tonight, man. So E. Gray, I'm finna bring him on into the show. Come on and call up here, E. Gray. I'm waiting on you, buddy. Let's do it. Let's go. So, like I said before, y'all, I watched the game last night. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm not going to get overly excited because, again, we talking, oh, hold on real quick. Let me bring my guy in the show.
My man.
E. Gray. I got my boy E. Gray. I got my boy E. Gray into the show, man. Columbia, South Carolina, stand up, man. There go my boy E. Gray. Go ahead and
Yes,
do your
sir.
thing, E. Gray, man. Come on in, man, and introduce yourself, man. Do your shout outs, brother.
Man, I'm here, brother. I appreciate it as always. It's all about the you. You know what I mean? Shout out to hashtag Just Saying. Hashtag Just Saying Sports. That's all us. You know, we mainly put out the NFL content. You know, this show is all about the you. But we mainly stick to the NFL content over there. Hashtag Just Saying over on YouTube. Check us out if you have not. Hit us up, subscribe, like, share, all of that good stuff. Let me shout out my boys, man, my small crew that I have right here in Columbia, South Carolina, even though all of them don't live in Columbia, South Carolina anymore. But it's my Hurricane fam. We used to watch every game each week together, and we still do when we get a chance. Shout out to my boy D. Bailey, my right-hand man, Mr. Donovan Bailey, right here in Columbia, South Carolina. I call him the money man, Devin. He the money man. That's my
money
guy.
man.
Yeah. Hey, that's my guy. That's my CFO. You feel me?
Okay.
Shout out to D. Bailey. Shout out my boy Hurricane Chris. My boy Chris. He's military, so he's stationed up there in upstate New York. Shout out to my boy Lafayette out in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Shout out to my boy Lafayette. And shout out to my boy Brian right here in Columbia, South Carolina. Huge U fan, man. We all U family, baby. It's all love. That's about it, man, with the shout outs, you know, as far as what I got.
That's what's up, man. We're going straight into it tonight, man. So since we both Lakers fan, man, let's go ahead and just shout them Lakers out real quick. Lakers, man, let's come on and get this game won tonight, man, against these Houston Rockets, man.
Let's do it. But you know what, though? I was watching the Houston and OKC series, and, boy, Houston tried to give it away.
They did.
Houston tried to give it away.
They
OKC
did.
couldn't match up with us at all.
Well, let's hope they try to give it away tonight.
Match up with us either.
Well, like I say, man, it depends on which 7-footer shows up, man. Like I tell everybody that I speak to about it too, man. And we got our 7-footer that want to be aggressive, our 6'11" power forward, that want to be Kevin Durant. If he actually play like he's supposed to play and get down in the post and affect the game and take the game over, I think that it won't even be close. But if he's standing outside and want to shoot in the perimeter all night, I think we're going to be in trouble. So we'll see. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, man. So, man, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, brother. Like, what did you think about?
It's football season, baby.
It's football season. Is you ready? Less than a week away. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Let me throw the thing up real quick.
Go ahead.
That's how I let you know.
Man. Check it out, man. Did you see the game last night? Did you see who we're going to be taking on next week, man? UAB against Central Arkansas.
I read all the recaps of the game and everything. I didn't get to watch the game. It was streaming online. But from what I saw, you know, they took care of business. They won. It was a high-scoring game. It looks like they got a balanced offense. You know, they like to throw it. They like to run it. They got a wide receiver who I was peeking at named Austin Watkins Jr., from what I'm seeing. And he's actually on the Blitnikoff Award preseason watch list. So, you know, maybe that'll give our corners a little bit of a test. They got a decent-sized offensive line for what I've been looking at. And they got a couple of tight ends, you know. But I don't see it as being too much of a threat for us. But, you know, and again, like we said before, we can't act like we just all of a sudden big dogs. Hell, we look, the end of last year, we looked like we might have been team's homecoming team. You know what I mean?
You better say it. You better say it. You better say it. You better say it, man. I mean, they didn't look bad last night. I mean, total yards last night, they had 459 yards. I mean, what stood out to me, man, was the time of possession. They held the ball for 37 minutes and 5 seconds, man. They were pretty balanced, like you said, man. They passed for 226, rushed for 223. The guy that stood out to me was the wide receiver, Myron Mitchell, the number 5. Pretty athletic, pretty quick, got good size. Defensively, they played a lot of man-to-man last night, and I hope that they do that against us. And I'm hoping that D. Wiggins and Mike Harley, I hope that Mark Pope, I hope that all of these guys saw that, man, because this is what I've been saying all year. I've been saying we need to beat man-to-man, and they're going to see a lot of that on Thursday night. So I hope that they watch that, and I hope that they're getting prepared, because you got to win one-on-one. You're going to see a lot of it. So, I mean, pretty much the offense, they was running the same thing that Dan Enos ran last year. So defense, you know, it's something that you saw in practice all last year. So, like I say, man, we got to come to play. And they ain't gonna give it to us
again that they used to. They should dominate.
Let's hope. Let's hope, bro. Let's hope. Exactly, man. I mean, so you've seen it before. We got to come to play. They're not gonna give it to us, and let's just hope that we show up. That's all we can do.
Well, you know what, and that's a big point. It's about just showing up. But what I want to see different from us this year is that no matter who we play, and just say a smaller opponent like a UAB. We got to come in and play our game, put our emphasis on it, put our stamp on it, force teams to play our game. We playing our game regardless on both sides of the ball, and here it is, there it is, instead of trying to get a feel for it, starting out slow. And, I've had enough of that over the years, man. And so, going back to what we talked about with this offense, now that Lashley has this new power spread, and everything I read about it is a power spread offense. And what I mean about that is that it's run emphasis, even though it's a spread offense, but it's all keyed in about the run, because the run is going to open up the pass. And so if we have the running backs to do that, we have a stable. So if our line is able to block in the trenches, we can get some of them inside runs, and we can open up that long game. It can be great. And our wide receivers have to be able to produce and catch the ball. But I feel that, implementing that system, we finally got out of that pro-style, old-ass offense. We had too many athletes to be in that kind of style offense for all these years. So, and that's one thing I know Lashley is excited about. I went, it was an SMU or whatever, and, we were a top offense and putting up numbers. He's like, now I have South Florida talent. You know what I mean? So I'm excited from that aspect. To once again being someone that people fear on that side of the ball. Because let's face it, ain't nobody feared us on the offensive side of the ball in a long time.
Nope.
They ain't feared us in a minute.
Not at all.
We ain't gave them nothing to fear.
Right.
So, couple that along with the defense, breaking out that turnover chain. It's all about them turnovers, baby. Got to see that chain out there. I got to see that jewelry come Thursday night, baby. I got to see that jewelry a couple times. Well, that thing just do something to us, man. It sparks it. But what pissed me off last year, too many games, defense did it, sparked it with the jewelry, and give it to the offense. The offense can't do a damn thing with it. Give it right back.
Well, the thing is now, I think that we'll be able to force turnovers. I mean, Central Arkansas turned them over 3 times in the first half last night. Yep. So, they were definitely sloppy with the ball at times. But, again, that was the first game of the season. So I give them a pass for that. But as far as the offense, man, yeah, we've been screaming this for the longest. I know I have. And finally, it's going to be on display for the world to see next week. So, like I said, the offensive line, this should help the offensive line out a lot. Because they won't have to hold blocks like they did in that pro-style offense, man. Like I say, everything will be spreaded out, man. I mean, I'm sure teams will blitz from time to time, but they won't see the 7-man fronts. You won't see a lot of the blitzing like that because they're not going to leave those guys out there on the island with those speedy receivers that we got. So, like I say, guys just got to be able to win one-on-one, man. If guys can win one-on-one, man, I think that we're going to be okay. I really do.
Yeah, I think so. You make a good point about with the line. And I was reading something the other day, we was talking about with the line, and it looks like my boy, the second year, Zion Nelson, he may be pushed out of that tackle and they may go back to guard like we talked about. And, he was thrown in the trenches. He was thrown in the fire early as a freshman last year. But being that we have I forgot my man's name that came over from Houston with De'Aaron King.
Jared Williams.
Jared Williams. That is huge for us, man. He's used to blocking for him. They have the chemistry, and he can help with his experience, get everybody else on board. And it's just with this whole different scheme, we're not relying on the offense to hold a block for 4 seconds because that just don't happen nowadays in football. Let alone college, talking, pros and college, don't happen like that. So, spreading it out, and if Cam Harris and the young running backs behind them, they start eating up that middle man, and you cause that defense to bring that seventh man in the box, and hey, the wide receivers can eat all day. But who's going to be our step-up wide receiver? That's what I'm wondering. You know, we went over on the depth chart last week, but I'm just wondering who's going to be that standout wide receiver that's going to step out and be that playmaker.
Right.
That we got. You know, my money's on Pope. But
I'm gonna have to say my money got to be on. It got to be on D. Wiggins, man, because D. Wiggins is the bigger receiver, man. I just want him to be able to dominate his matchups. You know, Mark Pope is more of a speed guy, man, to take the top off the defense since Jeff Thomas is not there anymore. You know, Mike Hartley's going to be big because he's going to be operating out of the slot. But I still think it's going to have to be D. Wiggins, man. I want to see D. Wiggins. I think this is his year. And like I said, it's going to have to be another guy too, man, like some of those guys that's playing behind him. Jared Payton. Somebody else is going to have to step up too, man. Like, it's just going to be a collective. It's going to have to be done as a collective unit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because if they step up, if somebody steps up and shows out, you know what that means? That means Brevin Jordan can eat more and more and more. Because we know he's going to eat, but we need them outside wide receivers, you know what I'm saying? To draw that safety over. Draw that safety over and let that damn middle of that field be wide open for Big Brev. Brev going to eat, man.
Oh, yeah. Brev going to definitely do his thing, man. But I'm hearing, man, that Zion Nelson ain't no plug, man, at left guard now, man. They're talking about Osmond Traore. I mean, we hadn't seen a lot of him, man. He played sparingly, man, like last year, like from time to time. But they're saying this kid right here might be the starting left guard. So Zion looks like he may be the, you know, this is what they're saying.
Backup tackle.
Either a backup tackle, man, and he'll be, you know, subbing in at guard, at left guard. But right now, they're saying that this guy right here is pretty much, you know, he may be the plug in at left guard. But again, we got a whole, we got, I mean, what, 5 more days? You know, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like up until the last minute, you know, they'll compete. So.
And the thing about it, from reading up on the recap of the game, I didn't see anything where UAB got after the quarterback too much. Did you see anything? Did they get any sacks last night?
Oh, let me see. I didn't see.
I had it up, but I didn't see anything that said too much anything about the defense. I mean,
the defense, man, they look more athletic to me, man, like in the secondary, man. I don't the linebackers, from what I saw, man, the linebackers, they didn't do too much. The defensive line is small. You know, what we was watching, like, the defensive line is small. But again, man, you know, we got to be able to take full advantage, man. Like you say, we got to play our game. We can't sit back and let teams dictate what we do, you know. And that's just, in this offense, I think that we will be better. I think it ain't no question that we going to be better this year. We should be anyways, like I said, man. What's that? What you say?
I got it pulled up. They only got 2 sacks last night.
They got 2 sacks.
Yeah, they got 2 sacks. So if you get 2 sacks against Central Arkansas, De'Aaron King jersey better be clean. You know what I'm saying? His goddamn jersey better be clean.
It should. You know, like I said,
I want to be what we wearing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what we wearing. They ain't put the jersey out what we wearing, but it better be clean. I don't need to see no stains on that thing. Man, you know what I'm talking about?
I just don't want to, man. Like I say, man, like, I'm just so ready for this first game just to see what we look like. Because I got let down so many times last year, man. I mean, I'm serious, man. I can't wait because, man, the way we looked against FIU.
Oh, God.
Bruh, like, I can't get overexcited. I just can't. I want us to come in. I want us to handle our business. But there's nothing that they showed me toward the end of last year that I can't be overly confident this year, man. I just gotta wait to see. Like we said, I know what I need to know within the first 10 minutes of the game. Don't tell me everything.
I don't need 10. I don't need 10. Now I get it. You know, some things are gonna be a little rusty because it's the first game and all this COVID. They have spring training and all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a little different. So I hear you on the 10. But be honest with you, I'm going to know within the first 3. I want to see the intensity.
So the body language and everything,
I want to see him run up there and punch him in the damn mouth. Right. I want to see that, man.
Right.
I don't give a damn whether it's special teams, whether we got the ball first or we on defense. I want to see somebody punch the other team in the mouth.
Right.
Like, we here. You
Right.
in a fight.
Right. Hey, man, if you on, man, y'all want to come in live to the show, man, if you're over on Facebook, you want to tune straight in, man, you can come over to YouTube, type in the letter U, talk live, and the number 43 to bring you right into the show. If y'all ready to call in, man, y'all can call up and talk to us, man. The telephone number is 404-462-0477. So if you want to call in, come on and call in.
Yeah, y'all call in, man. Let's talk, man. Look, I don't know if y'all realize, like you said, Devin, football is next week, less than a week.
Less than a week.
And you know what's crazy is that I hate they put us on that Thursday night island game, compete with the NFL. But we're going to be on the ACC network, and I don't give a damn. You know what game going to be on it?
All right, I know, man. I'm watching my Canes, man. I got to, man. My Raiders, my Raiders don't play until Sunday, man. So, you know, I'll be flipping back and forth, man. I have my eye peeking over at the NFL, but I'm going to be glued to them Hurricanes, man. I've been waiting on this, man. I'm not going to be doing nothing but sitting right in front of that TV 2 hours earlier, waiting, watching all of the pre-game shows. I can't wait, man. I got to see what we're going to look like this year, man. I've been waiting. I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Yep. So to make you laugh, man, like my birthday is on the 17th of this month.
Okay.
And that Saturday we play Louisville, right?
Yes.
So I plan on having a function, a little small function, quarantine function, have you, on that Saturday, right?
Okay.
But it all depends on what time we play Louisville.
I know. Because we don't even have a time yet. They don't have times on nothing yet, man.
And what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing, it may be a 12 o'clock game. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But it may be a 12 o'clock game, which is cool. Then, later on, I can have my, my Super Bowl, my birthday party thing.
Right.
And for the record, we undefeated in my birthday weekend every year.
Well, let's hope that luck continues, man, because we need it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the new schedule. You know what I'm saying? Because this schedule that they've come up with, man. Now that everything that's going on with the coronavirus, man. Like I said, the second game, man. Louisville, man. We're going to Louisville. What do you think?
Going to Louisville on a Saturday, like I said, it's all just going to depend on the swagger that we see when we say about not playing other teams' game. Playing our own game, coming with our game plan, making people play on our level. Mm-hmm. We stoop to too many teams' level. We get up for big games, and then, you know what I'm saying? So every game this year is a big game. I don't give a damn. Even the UAB.
Right.
Shortened season, pretty much all conference with exception of UAB. Every game is a championship game, man.
Yes.
We just got to see if Manny got them boys' mentality like that, is built up like that.
Right.
Louisville is always, Louisville, they're a good team. They keep athletes. They're very skilled at certain positions. And it'd be the first game on the road, a good one. Right. So we just got to go in there and take it to them, man. Right. Louisville likes to put up points. They like to score. But we just got to go in there and take it to them. Be a good first test on the road. Before we have to go 2 weeks later to where.
Yeah. What do you think about the third game? They coming down to Miami.
Against our children.
Tanya Hardy, what it do? Jose Martinez, what it do over on Facebook? What's going on? Yeah, man, our little sisters. What you think about that? Our little sisters be coming down. Hey,
they issue criminals.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What you think about our little sisters, man? Talk to me.
Man, I want to go on there and thump them. I hope we go in there with the mentality of, yes, it's a rivalry as always, and let's kick them while they down. We got to keep kicking them while they down, man. Right. And, I want to be able to get on them early and really emphasize on not making mistakes that game and just being as crisp as possible, because that next week is the real true test of where we're at for this year. It's the real truth. You know what I'm talking about.
That's right. Yeah. And to my cousin, brother, we talking about your garbage Clemson Tigers. I ain't even gonna say garbage, man, but we talking about your Clemson Tigers, man. That's what we want to set the bar. That's what we want to test it at, man, with your Clemson Tigers, man. That's gonna be the big test, man. We've been asking for playing them during the regular season, man. So we finally got to eat. Will they step up to the challenge?
That's the bar test, bro.
Will they step up to the challenge?
I would never ever talk trash about Clemson ever again, because I like to thank them for the Al Golden game.
I know, right? All right. All right.
They got Al Golden up out of there, man. That was one of the most brutalest games I've ever had to watch as a Hurricane fan.
Right.
I mean,
right.
it got out of hand so fast. And I'm looking at the clock like they just speed the clock up. I was hoping they would speed the clock up, get the damn game over with, because this felt like they couldn't stop scoring.
Right. Right.
It was pathetic, man. It was pathetic. And I was embarrassed to be a Cane that day, man. I really was. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Right. Right. Okay, so we got the Clemson. That fifth game is Miami versus Pitt, man. And I think that this is going to be a tough game right here. I think that Pitt is becoming a rival, man. I really do. I think that this is becoming a rival.
They have our number.
Yeah, they do. They do, man. And that's not going to be a cakewalk, man. It's home this year, though. That's the good thing about it.
It is.
Huh?
It is, but one of the things about it, if you look at the schedule makeup, what makes me nervous about that game, because let's just look at the two different scenarios. Say we beat Clemson, right?
Right.
In Clemson.
Right.
Riding that high. And then we got Pittsburgh, who's had our number over the last couple of years, seem like, and they always play us tough or whatever, and then we got them coming into town the week out.
Right.
So it can't be a letdown game. You got to look at it both ways. And then even if we say we lose to Clemson, are you going to be able to get up? And it's depending on how the game goes. But you're right, Pittsburgh plays us tough every year. So that's going to be a big game, man.
And we playing them right after Clemson, man. That's crazy. Michael Doyle, I see you. What you say? Yeah, that Clemson game, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I just think that's going to be the one, man. That Clemson game, man. We got some people calling in, chatting in on the chat, man. Hey, shout out to my girl, Aaron Usher. Michael Doyle, Jeremy Wood, Adrian Riley, Larry Frank Jr., Ricky Dunn, Jerry Gunsky, Eric Myrick, Felita and Reggie Knight, I see you. David Slow, Bodine Francis, Latrell Stoudemire, Dan Frazier, Samuel Kennedy, SK, what it do? Justin Cone, Corey, Liberty City Boy, Baker, what's going on? Randy Mays, what's good? But yeah, man, I mean, bruh, right after Clemson is Pitt. Bruh, it's not going to, I mean, every game, like you said, is a championship game, man, ACC. We playing for something, every game. After Pittsburgh, we got Virginia. Virginia comes down to Miami. So
bro, Virginia, you talk about a team that got our number. I remember even when, now you remember they sent us off in the Orange Bowl. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, man.
The last damn game in the Orange Bowl, they cut our ass. That was embarrassing, man.
That was embarrassing, man. Man, we got so much to prove this year, man. And like you say, man, we can't come out flat in no games this year. None. You don't have a chance to come out and play flat. Even the first game being UAB, because look, everybody is waiting to see how you're gonna recover from that Louisiana Tech game. So this ain't even no game that you can take off, man. You gotta come out, man, and you gotta be ready to play every week. Every week. Can you match the intensity every week? We need to see it, man, this year. We need to see it. Everything is for us to take. Everything. I was watching the college football show today, man, and they were saying, man, who are they picking to be in the college football championship? It's only one guy that picked us, man. And that was Herb Kirkstreet. That was it. Kirkstreet picked us, man. He was the only one, man. He was the only one that picked us. He said that we're going to be his sleeper team. So, like I said, man,
you know what? He's done that many a times, and
I know. He want us to win, man. Kirkstreet always with us, man. He ride with us. He do.
Kirk wants us to be great again.
He does.
He does.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this for everybody out there, and if you don't believe me, go look it up. College football thrives when
Miami Hurricane is good. Florida State,
Miami, Southern Cal, Texas, teams like that, man. Mm-hmm. When they're good, college football thrives. And I told you, we had this conversation before, Devin, that, we moved the needle. We moved the needle as far as ratings. College football is such a regional sport that if your team is not playing, you're not watching. Mm-hmm. Now, the only team that moves the needle on a national market level is teams like Miami. Mm-hmm. If you look at it, a lot of Miami fans live up north. They live in the Midwest, up in that Chicago area. I used to go to Chicago all the time. There's hurricane chapters.
Yes.
That watch games and all of that stuff together. And it's amazing, man.
Yeah, that's here in Georgia.
We're good. You remember, what was that, a couple of years ago? Remember when we had all of those primetime games when we beat Notre Dame, Virginia Tech, all that? We were back to back to back. ABC, 8 p.m. on Saturday.
And some of those games got switched because we were playing so good, and they put us on primetime.
Because we were a big draw.
Yeah. I
mean, we set the tone. We premiered the turnover chain that year, and then every other school came out with something, trying to compare to a damn turnover. Mm-hmm. Or belts, we trendsetters, man. You know what it is.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely.
We came up with a definition of swagger. Swag.
Let's just hope that we can get that bike, man. Let's just hope that we can get. And shout out to the North Georgia Canes chapter up here in Canton, Georgia, man. Kevin Westro, I appreciate the invite, man. So I'm gonna definitely try to get over with you guys to watch the game this week, man. I definitely let you know something this week, man. I appreciate the North Georgia Canes chapter for inviting me to the game this week. But let's try to get our swagger bike, man. Let's try, man. Like I said, man. I'm not gonna get overly excited, man. Like I'm not gonna be the fool. I gotta see it. I believe in my boys. I think if y'all come out and play, I don't think the game should be close. But like I said, we ain't entitled to nothing. We gotta go out there on the field and we gotta prove it. That's all I'm saying, E. I'm
feeling like this year is a cleanse, man. It's cleanse. That's how I'm looking at it, D. It's a cleanse. The reason why I say that is because when that bowl game came on last year, before the bowl game, that day of the bowl game, I'll never forget, I was in Atlanta. I was at my homeboy house, and he got the big man cave and the big screen, 80-inch screen, and all that stuff. And he's not a Hurricane fan, but he was like, man, yo, put it on, check it out. My energy level wasn't that great going into the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, first of all, we're playing the day after Christmas. That sucks. You know what I mean?
We was playing for nothing.
Playing for nothing. And it's just like when the game came on and the team, they look flat walking on the damn field, man. Yeah. I said, this just don't look right. So this is why I say about a cleanse is that, you know what? All sins are forgiven in the past. We have to move forward. It's a new identity, a new team, man.
Well,
we're moving forward.
I so hope so, bro. I mean, I really do, bro. I just want them to come out, and I just want them to dominate, man. Everything is set up for us to take care of our business and handle our business, man. You got an actual playmaker up underneath center. You got a playmaker. You got somebody that's done it. You got somebody that's produced at the position. We got a leader. We got somebody that can make plays. So you got the quarterback. You got the dream offense we've been asking for the last 6 years or so, man. We got it now. I believe in Rhett Lashley. I believe in my boy CDC, even though I ain't seen it yet with the U. But I believe in Rhett. Cut the check. I believe in you, Rhett. All I need is 35 points a game, E. I think 35 points a game, man, with the defense that we got. I think that we can have a decent season, but it's just on the offense. Will they be productive? And the kicking game. We got the kicker that transferred from FIU, so I think the kicking game has improved as well. So, we just got to come out and we got to put it together. It's a Miami Hurricanes night, baby. We getting ready for next week. Less than a week. The Miami Hurricanes. We bite, baby. Talk to them, E. Gray.
Yes, sir. And to piggyback on that, man, we're going to learn a lot. We're going to learn a lot next week. If your guy, Nicole Perry, gets some playing time next week, we're in good shape, baby. We up 20-something. Goddamn, we done put some points up. Ain't worried about it. Your guy going to get some playing time next week. We'll be up.
And that's what we want. That's what we want, man. We want to get those young guys in and let them just get the experience, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and open the game up, man. Let's be able to rotate guys in and out, man, to get them some time, man. But that's another thing, too, that I think that we got to cut down on, too, that I seen last year that I had a problem with was a lot of the rotating in. I feel like we were rotating guys in too much in and out, man, and it was taking us out of a rhythm, man, because some guys that they were rotating in didn't have a clue about what they were doing. They were out of position when they came in, and I think that we got to go with the best players, man. Like, stop trying to satisfy everybody. Put the guys on the field. Now, if a guy's tired, that's different, but all of that rotating in, back and forth, put the best guys out there and let's go, man. Let's go play, man. Let's do it.
Well, what side of the ball, though? Because defense, he keeps them fresh. Now, I understand the rotations on defense that you know, we normally run out, keeping guys fresh. And I did see sometimes, you're right, they shifted some guys on the line. I'm like, damn, he ain't tired yet. He just getting hot.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and that's what I was talking about, the defensive side of the ball. That's what I'm talking.
Okay.
Yeah, I really had a problem with the defensive side of the ball.
That I'm like, well, damn, he just heating up a little bit, don't you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And then, you know, guys were coming in, man, they wasn't set, man, and we had offside penalties, and, you know, it was just like, you know, there was nothing that was just clicking last year, man. It was like we was reaching. Like I said, Manny going into his second year, let's hope that the team is more disciplined. You know, let's just come out with intensity, man. I just want to see the aggression, like you said, man, from the first play to the end, man. I want to see guys competing. And I think that we're going to be okay, man. There's no reason why we shouldn't be UAB. But again, I'm just saying, we got to come out and we got to prove it on the field. We got to.
Just saying.
So after Virginia, we're talking about North Carolina State. State. We go there.
And that's coming off of a bye that week, right? I believe so. We'll be out. We'll have our bye week after Virginia game, heading up to NC State. And if I'm not mistaken, is that NC State a Thursday night game?
I don't. Let me see. It doesn't say if it's a Thursday. It's on the 6th. It's on the 6th.
Let's see. I had to pull the old faithful calendar. And no, it's a Friday night game. I knew it was an off-brand day.
I hate those games during the week, man. I hate those games during the week.
Yeah, I do too. But it's a Friday night at NC State, coming off of a bye. We should be well rested. Not really too much knowledgeable about what NC State has this year. But, you know, I know they always play Clemson tough.
Yeah, man.
Either way, man, it's a conference game in hell. We got to bring it, brother.
Yeah. I mean, after that, it's Virginia Tech. And that's the game right there, like I said, going up to Blacksburg, man. I mean, that quarterback killed us last year down there, man, and Miami Hooker, man. I think that he's going to be better this year. That quarterback that Virginia Tech got.
Virginia Tech has always been a rival for us, man. You know, I've always put them alongside with Florida State. They've always been a thorn in my ass, just as a fan. And it's like I always circle 2 dates, man, every year looking at the schedule. It's always Florida State and Virginia Tech. You know, it's always been a big game for us with conference and division and everything, but just as a rival. So it's always tough going up to Blacksburg in that environment.
Yep.
And especially if it's a night game, especially if they're playing decent, they may make it a primetime game, but we'll see.
Right.
It's like, I mean, no opponent. I mean, nothing on the schedule is safe. You know, just looking at it, D, it's like nothing is safe on the schedule. It's just, Jesus, man, it's all conference without, you know, except for UAB, and it's like we got to bring it. And the way we've been playing ball over the last few years, it ain't like we walking, kicking ass, and taking names.
That's right. And because
we got to reinvent ourselves.
Even after Virginia Tech, it's Georgia Tech. And Georgia Tech, they beat us.
That game was so awful last year, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
You know, and so it's like every game, after Georgia Tech, we go to Wake Forest. And then the last game is at North Carolina.
They did that on purpose.
Of course.
They did that on purpose.
I mean,
they're viewing that as the game to win the Coastal. That's what they're viewing it as. That's the game to win the Coastal.
You know the crazy part about it, they got the 3 top teams in the ACC. They got it at Clemson, Notre Dame, and North Carolina. So I mean, hey man, like I say,
we don't deserve the respect. We can easily say, oh, it's no respect. We don't deserve it.
We don't. We
haven't
done anything.
That bowl game just took everything out. This is like
hell, FIU.
Even Vegas was thrown off by that.
FIU.
Vegas line for that game. Vegas was like, I can't believe this.
They took it out, and then La Tech. You know what I'm saying? Duke. Like it was crazy. Yeah, you're right. We don't deserve any respect, man. We don't. And it's just it's here, man. It's here. It's here. We're finally here. And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. Looking forward to it.
And I just want to tell all our family, all our Utah family, all our Canes family, you know, with the excitement building going into this first game, you know, after that first game, we about to bring so much of an edge to this show. So y'all make sure y'all keep subscribing and tune in, because once we have that edge of watching the games and having something, it's gonna be a fun time, man. It's back, man. Utah football is here. I'm excited, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited. I ain't bullshit. You know, it's like I can't wait for next Thursday, man. Next Thursday.
Man.
I can't wait.
It's finally here. It's finally here, bro. It's finally here. And like you say, man, like the thing is, I'm looking forward to seeing what Blake Baker is gonna do too this year. Like I told people, man, like he's just a product of Manny Diaz defense. It's Manny defense, man. He's just overseeing it. So, you know, let's see what Blake Baker gonna do this year. Let's see what he coming to his own. Let's see what he coming to his own. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of the calls, you know, Manny oversaw it last year. Let's see what he have more of a responsibility, man, in calling the game. You know, let's see how much would Manny be involved with the defense this year. You know, let's see.
Yeah, you know what? You bring up a good point, because what Manny has to do, and he even had a sit down with the great coach Jimmy Johnson. You know, Jimmy Johnson was trying to give him jewels about game management. Mm-hmm. You know, hire these coordinators, you know, up under your umbrella to allow yourself to step back a little bit and see everything from the big scheme of things.
Right.
And that's what Manny has to learn to do, is being his third year head coach. All right. So he has to learn to do that with not just, you know, being like a Bill Belichick and focusing on the defense, you know, even though
you said that this is Manny's third year?
Yeah.
No, this is second year.
Second year.
Yeah.
You feel like, second year head coach.
I know you want him to be there forever. I know that's your guy, man. But no, it's his second year.
Oh, there you go. Well, you make me feel better about that, because you be quick to harp on Manny.
You damn right. I'm gonna be like.
So this is only so you make me feel a little bit better, D. This is only his second season.
Right.
That's head coach.
Right.
But
right.
no, he had to sit down with Jimmy Johnson, and he's got to learn the aspect of being a head coach. And, you know, being a guy that oversees the entire team, you know what I mean? And not getting just dragged into defense. Now, speaking of Blake Baker, there are a lot of talks of that he's a hot commodity, or that he will be a hot commodity for a head coaching job after this year. So, you know, if that's the case, well, that means he has a successful year with us. You know, and I agree with you. Is that a product of, you know, Manny Diaz? Or I'm sure it is. Yeah. So.
Right.
Look, man, I just want everybody to play their damn role. Play like the Rock, like the great Rock, the old Hurricane. Play your role. Know your role.
Know your role, man. I mean, it's gonna be a special year, guys. It's gonna be a very special year. I think that we in for a treat. I think that we're gonna surprise a lot of people. I got faith in the team. I got faith in the coaches. I'm riding with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, man, we got to get it right. Like I said, you know. There's no freshmen at any positions this year on either side of the ball. There's no freshmen on either side of the ball. Everybody at least got a year up underneath their belt. Everybody has been in the strength and conditioning program for at least a year. So, I mean, we should see a total difference, man, on the offensive line. We should just see guys getting – I want to see what the offensive line has done. I want to see how their bodies is transition. I want to see the technique. Hey, man, you know, it's on display. Thursday night at 8 o'clock.
Thursday night, 8 o'clock,
UAB.
ACC Network.
What's that?
ACC Network.
ACC Network. That's what it's going to be on, man. So, hey, let's start off right. Let's start off the right way, E. Let's start off with a win. Let's start off with a win, man. Looking forward to it. We need the W, man. We need it. It's a hurricane night. It's a Hurricane Friday night. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all know.
It's Utah, baby.
But like I said, E, let's talk about something, man. Let's go into the NFL bonus question tonight. I got one for you tonight, man.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you give me yours first, man. It's a bonus question tonight, y'all. The bonus question. I want to know, in your opinion, all of you guys, Utah Family Cane Nation, anybody that's tuning into the show, Raider Mike, what it do, man, out there in California, man? Raider Mike, what's good? I want to know, who, in your opinion, is the three best linebackers of all time? That's from past, present, I just want to know, what's your opinion on it? Talk to me. E. Gray, I'm going to start with you. Who is your 3 greatest linebackers of all time? Go for it, big dog.
All right, man. Well, of course, I got to have a little hurricane flavor in that thing, baby. It ain't in no order, but it's just, in 3, I got to put my man Ray, Mr. Sugar Ray Lewis in that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Got to throw Sugar Ray in there. And I got to throw my man Lawrence Taylor, man. Even though he was more of an outside linebacker, it still was a linebacker position, but he was still one of the greatest to ever do it. And then, I got to pay homage and put my man, it's a couple of them I could put out there, but I'm going to go ahead and put Mike Singletary. Mike Singletary was a beast, brother. Mike Singletary with that Bears defense, boy, he was a monster. There's a lot of them we could probably ship in and throw, and we might not be wrong, but those are my 3. Singletary, Sugar Ray Lewis, and Lawrence Taylor for me.
Yeah, man, you can't. I mean, it's just hard to even beat that list, man. You talking about Lawrence Taylor, man, Lawrence Taylor was a man amongst boys, man. I mean, from the time he came into the league until the time he exited. So, I mean, Lawrence Taylor was my first pick. Of course, man, Mr. Ray Lewis, him there. Mr. Ray, do your dance, Ray. He was my number 2. And I had Mike Singletary as well. So, I mean, we had the same 3.
We had the same 3?
We had the same 3, bro. Those were my picks, man. I'm like, wow. So, yeah, those were my guys, man. I mean, Mike Singletary was a beast, man. Mike Singletary was bad, too, man. But LT, man, LT was just dominant, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Before our era, before our time, Buckus was a bad boy, too. You got a lot of big Buckets, and you got a lot of them that was,
Oh, yeah.
It was... Yeah, you can throw up there, but man, they're my 3, man.
Yeah, all day, man. Kane family, You Talk Nation, man. Just saying, man. Look here, man. A reminder: next week we're gonna be coming on, man, to do our Miami Hurricane Pep Rally to prep for UAB, man. We're gonna come on Wednesday at 8:00 for the pregame, man, and then we're gonna do a postgame on Friday at 8:00. So we'll be on the same time next week at 8 for the post game on Friday, and the pregame will be on Wednesday at 8:00, man. We getting ready for these Canes. We wasn't going to stay. We're not going to stay on too long tonight, man, because like I say, we Lakers fans, both of us, man, so we got to get ready for these Lakers, man. Laker Nation, man. Shout out to Laker Nation. Talk to them, E.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, I'm a Laker fan, repping that purple and gold since I was a little boy.
Most definitely.
But I'll be honest with you, I've never been a LeBron James fan.
Me neither.
At all. Ever.
I mean, it's not that I don't like him. I just wasn't a fan.
I got to ride with the king, though. I got respect for him, I tell you that.
We got a phone caller. We got a phone call. We got a phone call.
Okay.
It's Utah, baby. Call us, state your name and where you're calling from.
It's Utah, baby.
Yo, what up? It's Michael Sonny, Raider Mike.
Raider Mike.
California.
Raider Mike from California on the line. Talk to him, man. What's going on, Raider Mike? That's my guy, man. Shout out to E. Gray, man. Talk to him, E. Gray.
What's going on, my brother?
E.
All the way out there in Cali.
What's up, E?
You got it, brother, man. How you doing?
Doing good. I was calling in to see what my 3 linebackers were. I was going to tell you one of them was going to be, I'm a Raiders fan, so I'm going to go with Teddy Hendricks.
Come on.
Okay.
Number 2 would have to be Brian Urlacher.
Okay.
Hmm.
And number 3 would have to be Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. Okay, so I heard Ted Hendricks, Brian Urlacher, and Mr. Ray Lewis, them there, Mr. Do Your Damn Ray. W3.
And Sugar Ray got to be in there, baby. Sugar Ray.
Okay. Raider Mike, man, that's my guy, man. Raider Mike been with me since day one, man. That's my day one guy, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. You feel free to call in anytime, man. I appreciate you, brother.
You too. Bye.
Hey, bye, brother. Take it easy.
Stay safe, Raider Mike. I like them picks.
Yeah, that's not bad, man. Urlacher was a monster, bro. And Hendricks, of course.
Urlacher benefited too from a good defensive line because he had He had Alex Brown them on the defensive line. He could just run free, man. You know what I'm saying, man? He had some big boys to where they kept him freed up, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I like I like his picks, man. But I forgot about Hendricks, man. Hendricks was a beast too, man.
Yeah, you a Raider fan too. So,
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Raider Mike,
so
man.
You know what? Since my man Raider Mike called in, and you a Raider fan, so I should have asked Raider Mike that when he was on. Who gonna be your starting quarterback, man? Derek Carr, Mariota?
Like I said, bro, of course they're going to start Derek Carr. I mean, they done gave him the bag, so they're going to start him. But John Gruden bought Mariota in for a reason. Like I said, I like Derek Carr, but I'm almost at that point now, man, to where he got to show me something this year, man. I mean, he had 2 years ago, man, he was an MVP candidate, man. I mean, we got to the playoffs, man, and he hadn't done nothing since he got hurt. But like I said, I'm about over Derek Carr. I want to see Mariota. If Derek Carr even flinch, put Mariota in, because Derek Carr don't even want to run when the pocket break down. Like I say, Derek Carr will have an open lane to go and pick up a first down, and he don't like to throw the ball over 10 yards. He don't want to try on the deep pass. I mean, now, again, he hasn't had a lot of weapons, but I mean, even the times that when guys are open, he won't stretch the field. He won't throw the long ball. He want to go from 1 to 20 yards, if that. So they're going to start him because they done gave him the money. But I think that John Gruden bought Mariota in for a reason to push him. And like I said, if he flinch, go Mariota. Go Mariota. I'm sorry. Go Mariota. So while we talking about it, I think you a Falcons fan. Hey, shout out to Atlanta, man. Shout out to Columbia, South Carolina. Shout out to Miami Gardens, man. Shout out to California, man. But yeah, you a Falcons fan, ain't you? What your Falcons gonna do this year?
Hey, man, Super Bowl, baby. Super Bowl bound.
Super Bowl,
yeah,
man.
I said it. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I don't want to give too much away. Hey, I know you don't look like that. Don't look like that. All right, so now let me reel back just a little bit. But I really think that they are selling us short on our division. I think that we can win the division. You know, I don't want to give away too much from the show that'll be coming out soon. The episode of the NFC preview and the AFC preview on hashtag Just Saying YouTube, guys. Hashtag Just Saying YouTube. We're trying to get that content out to you as soon as possible. We had some technical issues as far as getting it up, but we hope to get it up within the next couple of days. But just to harp on the fact that going in my division, talking about the Falcons, if you look at it, man, we were 1-7 in the first 8 games. Couldn't get it together, couldn't figure it out. I don't know what the hell was wrong with them boys. Second half of the season, we went 6-2. We kicked San Fran ass in San Fran and kicked New Orleans ass in New Orleans. We put that kind of ball together, and we were a little bit injured on defense. Now that we're healthy, we've added some pieces. We got Dante Fowler on the line. You know, maybe that'll give us a little juice, see what that do. You know, on offense, of course, if Gurley can be healthy, be the Gurley of old, we're not asking him to be an every down back. We got a good, nice little stable of young running backs that we can rotate them in and out. And we got the boy Laquan Treadwell, another first-round draft pick from a few years ago, as the third option at wide receiver. And they're talking about us bringing back Mohamed Sanu. And then we got Hayden Hurst as one of the fastest tight ends in the NFL. I'm not worried about the offensive side of the ball at all. We can put points up. I was always worried about defense. And so if you look at it, man, everybody's going gung-ho about the Golden State Warriors in the NFL, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what they're acting like. They're the Golden State Warriors of the NFL. They just start, stockpiling stars and stuff like that. But what people fail to realize about Tampa Bay, 2 things. I give you this. For one, their offensive pass protection sucked last year. Sucked. Okay? They sucked. Defense was solid against the run, but they couldn't stop the long ball. And when you in a division where you got all the teams in the division can put up points, you're going to have to score points. So it's going to be shootout among shootouts throughout that division. So don't sell us short. And to harp on New Orleans real quick, Drew Brees is old. And Father Time is undefeated, Devin. Father Time's undefeated. Just remember that. Yeah. Everybody try to take into overtime sometime, but he's still winning overtime. Father Time don't lose whether it's overtime or whatever. And Drew Brees' arm is shot. It's old. He can't throw the ball past 40 yards no more. And Tom Brady, Father Time's going to catch up with him. So it's my guy, Matt Ryan's turn. It's his turn, baby.
Okay.
People fail to realize it. His turn. And what a better year to win the Super Bowl than a crazy-ass year like 20. I'm going to get enough of treating us like the red-headed stepchild guy, target.
Well, you just heard it from a Falcons fan. Y'all just heard it. Y'all just heard it, man.
We don't get no respect.
Hey, That's the Falcons fan, man. But hey, look here, y'all. Look here, man. Me and E Great, man, we want to say thank you. It's 9 o'clock. We ain't trying to rush off the show tonight, but that purple and gold finna get ready to kick off. So we gotta go and jump in front of the TV, man. And like I said, man, we will be back with you guys. We will be back on Wednesday for the Miami Hurricane Prep Rally, man. Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Game on Thursday night at 8 on the ACC Network. So we'll be coming back on Wednesday night. Wednesday night at 8. So again, man, this your boy D with another live show of You Talk. Me and E Great, man. We'll see you on Wednesday because y'all know how I start off every show and you know how I end every show. It ain't no me. E, throw it up with me. Without you, baby.
Yes, sir.
E Great, I appreciate the commentary, big dog. You know me and you'll be talking real soon, man.
Absolutely, my brother. Yes,
Hurricanes.
Sir. All about you, baby.
Hurricanes. Let's get ready, y'all.
It's You Talk, baby.